Hi, my name is Shawn Shaler. That guy over there, he's on the other side tonight. I messed it up. That guy over there is my friend Jesse Lobbs, aka at Jester Tyler. If you want to reach out to him on social media, he likes it. Jesse, do you like it when people talk to you on social media?
Usually, but I haven't been on social media for weeks, so
social
I'm
media
becoming
is great until it's not, and then that's when it's time to leave it.
leave it behind in the dust.
Absolutely, yeah. So that's Jesse, aka Jester Tyler. My name is Shawn. Welcome to Pokemalarkey. Today we are doing episode, what is it, 32? I already forgot. Yes,
32.
31. 31. Right?
32.
Make sure we're on the same thing. I can't read. The Ninja-Poke Showdown. Is that 32 or is it America 32?
It might be America 32.
Is it America 32? That could be accurate. Whatever, Jesse. What's important is that it is the Ninja-Poke Showdown, or as I like to call it, the Ninja-Poke Showdown, because that's what it looks like. And, gosh.
1,000 Years of Death. You watch Naruto. That is the ultimate ninja poke.
Right. It's Doom, basically. It's Doom and a poke. And we're so excited to talk about it here on Pokemalarkey, with the exception that it looks a little different. It looks a little different here. But anyway, Jesse, before we get to that, as always, how are you doing, buddy? How are you?
I am doing great. I am just hanging out week to week, living. My soul is kept alive by Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett show. I am almost all caught up. We are recording this on a Wednesday, so I have not seen today's episode, but I will right after this.
Jesse, I am so sorry. It is 30. Sorry, it's real 32. You're right. It's America 31. It's real 32.
Oh, well, we're in America, so. Oh.
Right? What did I say earlier? I already forget. It doesn't matter. The point is, I also am watching Boba Fett. I'm 2 episodes behind, as I also kind of forgot about it last week because I'm so used to binging shows.
A nice Japanese call out to George Lucas's obsession with Kurosawa is that Boba Fett refers to himself as a daimyo, which is a samurai lord. So
that's kind of
nice awesome. Little throwback.
See, Jesse, nobody knew that this podcast was going to be educational as
it's
well
always
as
educational, just debatable of its net worth.
Poke education. What? There's another segment right there. So, Boba Fett's been taking your time. I've been fighting for the Switch with my wife for Animal Crossing, and not because I want to play Animal Crossing. I'm just warning her that, hey, when I get Arceus very soon, what is that, next week, that you can't have the Switch anymore. So we're trying to trying to fight that fight right now, trying to pry Animal Crossing out of her.
Why don't you quit renovating your house and buy another Switch? Priorities, man. Priorities.
Because I am staunchly, I'm adamant that they'll come out with a new Switch as soon as I buy an OG Switch. Yeah, and then I'll want the new Switch. So I'm just going to be a stubborn old man. What is it? Stubborn old man yells at cloud from The Simpsons?
Very fair.
That's me right now. I'm going to be stubborn old man yelling at cloud. But the point is that you're absolutely right, and there's no reason not to, because we both fight over it like children. But Jesse, enough of me fighting with my wife over a children's toy for a children's game. What? They're not for children. I still play them, and I'm not children. Let's talk about today's episode, which is Ninja Showdown.
Ninja-Poke Showdown.
The Ninja-Poke Showdown. Damn it! I can't get the number right or the title. But it's a good episode, and I'm excited to talk about it.
Yeah, me too. Let's dive into it. So this first broadcast in the United States on October 20th, 1998. So again, our fair fellows and lovely lady are once again lost. Surprise, surprise. While they're hunting for Fuchsia Gem, the next authorized gem where Ash seeks the soul badge. I forgot what that was.
The soul badge, which is definitely just a vagina shape. It's supposed to be a heart, but Jesse, come on. There's a scene.
No.
Jesse, look at it.
No, I don't want to. the Poke Mansion they come across turns out to be a hidden ninja's lair. After walking around, getting lost, suffering through many mishaps, traps, and falls, they encounter a young trainer named Aya who challenges Ash and the gang to a Pokemon battle if they wish to leave. Her Venonat has nothing on Ash's Bulbasaur. And as Bulbasaur has subdued Venonat, all of a sudden there's a cloud of smoke and Koga appears, Aya's older brother, who is the gym leader. He reveals to Ash that if he challenges him and wins, he can receive the Soul Badge, which apparently Shawn sees a vagina everywhere he looks.
Jesse, everybody would look at that thing and say that's a vagina.
After he gets into the Pokemon battle with Koga. Who else turns up? A Team Rocket in a beautiful kabuki costume. Also, timed to the same era, more or less, of the Japanese ninja. So that's a lot of fun. And Team Rocket, they do pretty well for a time. Besting Koga's Pokemon, Ash's Pokemon, Brock's Pokemon. And who saves the day? Psyduck. Psyduck, who is always poor, beaten Psyduck, saves the day by using his powerful psychic powers. Ash ends up fighting Koga once again after Team Rocket's been blasted off. And his Charmander takes easy care of Koga's Golbat. And Ash leaves with a soul badge that he earned through an actual Pokemon battle.
A fairly normal-ish one, too. There was like minimal rule adjustments. I mean, it was interrupted, but it was a real battle.
It was a real battle.
Normally, kind of, you know?
Pretty impressive.
It's pretty exciting for him. I'm so pretty proud. I have to say, just for a minute, too, that the kabuki costumes that Jesse and James wear, those had a delightful amount of detail to them for Pokemon.
They did. They were very good.
Being a relatively sort of flatly animated show, right? Like, Pokemon's not going to win any awards for its animation, but those kabuki costumes, those were solid.
Not even in 1998 were they going to win any awards for animation, but those kabuki costumes and the whole mansion was really well done. I really enjoyed the whole thing.
And kind of respectfully done with the mansion with regards to the hilarious, or with exception to the hilarious traps that I can't assume existed as much as our childhoods want them to.
I know.
But unimportant. Thanks for the recap, Jesse. Would you care to summarize your thoughts, your hits, your misses?
My thoughts. So it's anyone who knows me. If I'm not going through Pokemon with Ice Pokemon, I'm going through Pokemon with Poison type. And I wanted to see more from Koga. I always want to see more from Koga. I really enjoyed fighting Koga when you get to him in Fuchsia City in the original games. I love Venomoth. Venomoth is one of my favorite Pokemon, and kind of disappointed with how easily Venomoth is dispatched. But that's okay. Small thing. I love seeing the poison type Pokemon. I love the idea that they're used by ninja who are more or less assassins. So that's a lot of fun. I love getting to see that, and I almost said in real life in Pokemon. I love that. And you'd think Koga would be able to appreciate Arbok and Weezing, who are also both poison types. Jesse and James have a lot in common with Koga because that's all they have are poison types.
And then the Jessie voice actress is also Koga's sister, whatever. It's like they're basically related.
They are basically.
Yeah. So I really am amused by how many times they almost died in this episode. And then like Ash makes a comment about you can't go throwing around ninja stars. That's dangerous. And I don't know why that made me laugh. It's like Ash, she's a ninja.
Ash nearly plummets to his death.
Yeah, like right away too. It's pretty great. And then I love the kabuki costumes. I love that Jesse and James put up a relatively good fight. But I do want to know why are there Voltorbs in this mansion? That seems inconsistent. And like you, I would have rather seen a little more from different poison types rather than just two Venonats and a Venomoth.
Yeah, there are a lot of poison types. I was really disappointed in it.
Right, yeah. I mean, even if it's something we'd seen before, it could have been a Beedrill or something, I guess. Well, yeah, that still would have fit. And But my
What
favorite
is
part of the whole episode, in a comedy or bad way, is when Koga looks at Ash. He's like, "We will have to join forces to defeat them," or something like that. And it would have been great if Ash would have just laughed in their face.
I just another thing that I'm annoyed about is that Koga offers to trade his Venomoth, which to me is top tier Pokemon, like up there nearly with Cloyster for me, and he offers to trade Venomoth for Psyduck. No, I don't buy it.
Come on, Koga. Like, you know what a Psyduck is. You've seen them before. They also have a little bit of poison work to them. So I know that you're familiar. But yeah, I love that Ash didn't laugh in his face when he said we'll have to join forces to defeat that. I thought that was very polite of Ash.
Here's a question. What did you think of the actual Pokemon battles? Did anything stick out to you as odd or unusual or interesting?
I don't think this is the answer that you're looking for, but I am going to say that something that stood out to me about Pokemon fighting was somehow it seems much more mean-spirited for a Meowth to just directly physically attack a Psyduck than anything that occurs in it. Like, it seems abusive to me. Like, they could be breathing fire and leech seed and shit all over each other. But when Meowth, like, physically just hits Psyduck, I was like, oh.
Is it because he can talk? It feels like animal abuse.
And I just, long story short, I found that kind of abusive. I don't think that's what you're looking for, so I'm sure that I'm unintentionally missing.
It's not, but that's a very good point. I love when Meowth gets menacing and he approaches somebody like, I'm gonna get you, and all he does is like scratch. Which is about, in the games, like the amount of malevolence he or Persian have is pretty much scratch or payday, and that's it. Like
that's their whole game.
Bulbasaur uses Whirlwind.
He does.
And I was like, what
the hell?
I did research on this. People guessed that it was a dubbing error because in Japan, Whirlwind is literally known as blow away. So Ash was probably telling Bulbasaur to just blow it away, but it got translated to Whirlwind. And you'll never make me believe that a Bulbasaur can use Whirlwind. I just can't.
Especially one trained by Ash Ketchum. Like, if that is on purpose, it was strictly an accident because Ash is incompetent and he's just yelling attacks. And it just turned out that his Bulbasaur was very special.
He's just lucky enough that his Bulbasaur knows Leech Seed.
That would be like Ash. He wins his first battle of this episode. I guess not his first real gym battle. By telling his Bulbasaur to do something stupid and incompetent that it shouldn't be able to do, and just by chance, his version is specialer, more specialer.
Fun. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Was it fun? Was it bad?
I'm sure it was fun.
Oh, fun. Manga aside, which I never do because they're so disjointed from the anime at this point, is that, and I think I mentioned this before, Koga is not just a gym leader in the manga. He is a member of Team Rocket, and a very high ranking member of Team Rocket. And one of the Pokemon he uses very frequently is Arbok.
And is that strictly manga, the Arbok usage? I mean, it would fit here, right? If you pulled out an Arbok, you'd be like, oh, Arbok, that's useful.
I don't remember if that is strictly. I can't remember Koga's lineup in the original. That's what the internet's for.
Well, I also can't, but the reason is that I don't know it.
His usual Pokemon lineup consists of Venomoth, Adore, Golbat, and Scyther.
I am not a big Venomoth fan. Sorry. Pardon me. I'm not a big Venonat fan. A large hairy bug with a voice modulator is horrifying to me. That's scary.
It is horrifying, but once it evolves, it's beautiful.
It is. It's more terrifying than horrifying when it involves, and I mean that in a good way. It's not unsettling, scary. It just is like good, strong Pokemon scary. There's a difference. Hey, Jesse, if you had to give our friend Ash a grade for this episode, in which, mind you, he finally wins his first Pokemon battle legitimately with no stupid circumstances affecting the outcome, what would you give our friend Ash?
A minus. A minus.
Me too.
I'll give him this.
I want to give him an A minus just because I want to be critical. I really don't know even where the minus comes from, other than that he's just kind of generically annoying sometimes. But
that's it.
Maybe that's all that keeps him. Ash, the difference between you and perfection is that you talk and you speak and you open your mouth. No, I'm gonna say that some of the dumb stuff that he says counts enough for an A minus. So I'll get on board with that train. Any final thoughts before we move on to our invigorating Poke-adjacent topic of the day?
No, it's just a fun episode. I really enjoy the stupid ninja stuff and Team Rocket in their kabuki outfits. Just fun, a good episode.
So then, if it is, I really enjoyed this one, and we've kind of been on a string of, I won't say all good, but a string of just amusing episodes. I would like to, if you're ready, move on to our Poke-adjacent topic, which for the next couple weeks, we're just going to do question answer format. We're going to pretend like people ask us questions on the internet. They didn't. We just made these up, but we're going to pretend. So mailbag question for this week comes from user Shawn Shaler himself. And it's, Jesse, what's your favorite fictional ninja? Favorite fictional ninja?
Well, it's definitely characters from Naruto. I mean, how can I not say Naruto Uzumaki, who is one of the most earnest protagonists. He's very principled. He knows right and wrong. He loves a hot steaming bowl of ramen. Yeah, Naruto. I love all the ninja in Naruto except Sasuke. I say Naruto.
That's fantastic. I'm gonna go with. I had to go video game here. I had a lot of choices. You got your Shinobis and your Ninja Gaidens, and those are all great. Another choice from our childhoods would have been like the Three Ninjas television or movies. The Three Ninjas movies. There was a first one that was like charming and a good, and then 2 and 3 that were mostly awkward and mediocre, and then 4 where they're literally like at a Hulk Hogan bad guy theme park and it's really, really bad. But I give some thought to this. The first one is like a legitimately, I mean, it's not realistic or anything, but it's like an enjoyable, cute film with a message and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And, but I'm going to settle on, even as I say this out loud, it feels a little wrong, but I'm going to settle on Goemon from the Mystical Ninja video game series, and I specifically like the Super Nintendo one that's just called Mystical Ninja, because it's a side-scrolling RPG, which is like a niche genre that I do personally very much enjoy, and he's got blue hair, and that's appropriate for video game ninjas, in my opinion, and it's a whole lot of fun. It's kind of quirky, goofy, hard, but not like outrageously, so, you know what, it's pretty fucking hard, but it keeps me going, and so a lot of respect for Goemon, the blue-haired mystical ninja from video games.
Very cool. Very cool.
For some reason, I'm suddenly doubting myself. Like, Shawn, are you sure he has blue hair? You said that with a lot of confidence, and now I'm doubting everything. Listen, TVs in the old days didn't all look the same. Okay, it could have been blue, could have been purple. I don't know.
That's true.
Jesse, that's all I got. That's our episode.
That's all I got.
Thank you so much for joining Pokemalarkey episode. I already forgot what we determined. America 31, Universal 32 / whatever episode we're actually on. Which, who knows? I have no idea. Jesse, thank you so much for joining me, as always. It's been an absolute pleasure. Next time I see you, we'll both be playing Pokemon Arceus.
I'm so excited.
It will be extremely exciting. I can't wait. In the interim, get some good sleep, right? Be healthy so that you can stay up all night playing Pokemon Arceus once it arrives.
Gotta stay refreshed.
In a healthy state. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate you. put our contact details as always down in the description, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.